Hi everybody and big welcome to cEDH TV gameplay. This time I'm playing Najeela, the warrior queen from Pongo. Very typical Najeela stuff. I have a Derevi, I have a Grim Hireling, but I also have the typical Phasas, Consult, Tainted, Ad Nauseam package. And Shutterfang! Now we're third in turn order versus a Tymna the Weaver, Kraum, a Thrasios and Dargo. Strange, never seen that before, but it's quite cool. Najeela and Rhetoric hasn't chosen commanders yet. Ishai and Kodama, Bunt. Interesting. And with that, let's take a look at my opening hand. So we have a slow start. I don't like it. We can do better. This is first 7. Let's mulligan. I like this hand. This hand is amazing. We're one demonic consultation away from winning. We have a Ragavan turn 1. We're gonna have a Najeela turn 2. This could build... well, they could put blockers into play and ruin our game plans, but I think this is gonna work out. Keeping this hand. Now game starts off. Burned Manga. The Tymna and Kraum player draws a card and starts a turn. Starts the game. And Misa cracks it for a volcanic island. He casts a mana vault. He taps the mana vault for 3 colorless. He casts an arcane signet. He casts a Mox Opal and dashes in a Ragavan and swings it at me. I have no cool effects. I will exile a bad land and take 2 damage. He passes the turn, so it goes to Freedom, who plays Thrasios and Dargo. He plays a Windswept Heath and Search. He plays a Mox Diamond. He pitches an Arid Mesa for it, and casts a Soul Ring. And he costs a Dockside. Turn 1 Dockside. Could have waited with that one actually, I think. But well. Burned Manga, bluefarm player cracks his treasure. That's the only response. But it still generates 3 treasures, so that's kinda good. However, he is still able to get his Dargo in play here. But first he casts an Elvish Mystic. And here we go, big Dargo giant. And he keeps 1 treasure. However, with the mana floating from the treasure, Burned Manga casts Enlightened Tutor. He finds a mana crypt. I'm gonna draw a card here. Put this volcanic island into play. Tap it. And casts a monkey, Ragavan. I've seen a Ragavan somewhere else, across the board state. That's an illusion, there can only be one. There's like a legendary thing here. And I pass. So we go here and draw a card for turn. Last player in turn order. Forbidden Orchard, that's terrible, because that's something can generate blockers for like everyone against my Ragavan. He taps it and gives a spirit to this person. That island is a spirit. There you go, turn around. He casts a Deafening Silence, a smaller version of Rule of Law. So now we've gone an entire turn cycle. We're starting turn 2 with bluefarm. Puts a command tower into play. He casts Kraum and he casts Ragavan. Monkey is back, but mine is real, his is fake. He attacks at Thrasios and Dargo for 4 damage with Kraum. I have a feeling Dargo's just gonna laugh at that and showcase the true punching power. But turn goes to Dargo, so we're here in the turn order. Dargo goes to Burn Mongo, punching him for 7, sending him down to 31. Land drop, second main phase, looted Delta, cracks it. He finds a volcanic island and casts Thrasios with it. And he also using his tropical island there. And then he passes the turn to me. Untap my volcanic island and draw a card. Combat, I will send my Ragavan at Rhetoric, the one with the Deafening Silence. I generate a treasure and Carp the Flowers. I see 1, 2 volcanic island that's 2. That's great. I'm gonna sacrifice my treasure because I have to pay and cast the Carp the Flowers and then play Arid Misa. Now, I'm never able to actually cast and play Carpet of Flowers and get the mana at this turn cycle, so that's fine. But we are gonna sacrifice this Arid Misa for a Taiga, tap that and cast an Evasyn's Pilgrim and pass the turn. So that felt great, finding a Carpet of Flowers. I kind of wanted to put my Najeela into play here, but passing on a carpet feels wrong, especially considering like we're getting into a longer game here and people are developing blockers and there's a chance Najeela won't do much. So I kind of want to find stability here. But turn goes to Rhetoric. He taps his Forbidden Orchard to give out Spirit once again to Thrasios and Dargo, and he casts a Bird of Paradise. And then he passes the turn. Burned Manga, lose 1 life from the mana vault, and it also loses the Crypt roll, taking 3 more damage, going down to 27 and drawing card for turn. Plays a Mana Confluence, casts a Mystic Remora. So that's very scary because I have a feeling that there is a Storm deck from this Freedom. In the end step, Thrasios activates and reveals a Code of Calling. So I am a little bit scared that he might feed the fish here. I don't think I am going to do that for a while. There's gonna be a like Najeela here. But here we go. Dargo's going at burn the manga. Tymna and Kraum is taking another 7. And the spirits are coming my way. So I take 2 damage. However, he's actually double blocking with the Ragavan and Kraum at Dargo. So Dargo dies and Kraum and Ragavan as well. Really happy to see this. So as a finalized outcome. He sacrifices his 2 spirits and recasts Dargo. That's a very resilient Voltron boss. I will untap and draw a card. I'm not using Carpet of Flowers now. I'm putting this Windswept Heath into play. Combat Ragavan at... I'm attacking Tymna and Kraum because I think your cards are more similar to mine compared to Rhetoric's. Plus the Storm. Will never cast that, will go into exile. But I generate a treasure. Second main phase, I see 2 islands, so that's 2 mana. 1 more and Najeela, Blade Blossom. And I pass the turn. So we're building ourselves slowly forward here. Establishing some mana. No real card draw, but we could neoform into something. Like the worst thing we could do in the world here is cast Thrasios Oracle. So we can neoform into Dargo. Honestly, that's like a legit play. Crazy enough. Don't like it. But I don't have a CMC2 creature in play that we can neoform into Dargo, so that's it. Have to do it if we want to do it that way. Don't think I want to do that against people with counter spells and fishes yet either. So I think I want to play the more slower game here. Try to hopefully get some more good hits with Ragavan if we're lucky. And maybe threaten a tiny bit with Najeela here at the people. And hope we top deck something good. But like in worst case scenario, we're gonna fastest neoform Dargo. Rhetoric gives another spirit to Dargo. So he can keep sacrificing spirits to recast Dargo. Then he casts Tireless Provisioner and plays Mana Confluence and generates a clue. Cute creature. Ooh, in the end step. Oddnos. But everyone pass on the table because he's at 23 life, so there's a chance that this won't do much, and there's a Deafening Silence, so... Well, this is still in the end step, so we'll untap and take this card to his hand and try to get rid of Deafening Silence. So Deafening Silence is not really a big problem, but the life is a big problem, as it's slowly going down here. Currently at 12 life. I don't really see what he has there, actually. You know, sometimes it's really hard to see what people have in Moxfield, but that's what it is. 9 life remaining. I think I see a Wheel of Fortune. Could be wrong, but I think that's a Wheel of Fortune. I haven't asked him yet. Flipping Grand Abolisher. Underworld Breach. And he stops there. He has a pile. But he didn't find a removal for Deafening Silence. Down to 5 life. Untaps. He loses 1 life to the Mana Vault, going down to 4. And now, Crypt Roll. Drake Freeze down to 1 life. That's a Mana Confluence he can't use. Fish dies, obviously, and draws a card for turn. So he needs to remove the Deafening Silence, and then he can win. Unless there's like interaction somewhere. If he doesn't win, Dargo will get him. He plays a City of Traitors. He passes the turn. He didn't get the removal for Deflecting Sword, and it's a very complicated board state for him because he's like dead to everything. He will die to the Mana Vault and Dargo and things. So Spirit is going at Burn the Manga, and he dies. Dargo comes at me. I will take my first 7 Dargo damage, ready for more in the incoming future. But then he passes the turn. In the end step, we're gonna crack this Windswept Heath. Find a scrub land and untap and draw a card. I'm gonna play this Tundra land drop. So the person I kind of wanted to attack disappeared. Could go for it here. We could cast Thrasios and try to neoform into Dargo. That'd be so funny. But they have a bunch of cards. Rip my life. I'm gonna attack with Najeela straight forward at Freedom Waffle Dargo. And the Warrior is going there too, while Ragavan is going at Rhetoric. You can block and trade with your 3/2 if you want to. Then 1/1 dies. Ragavan goes through, and so does Najeela. Ragavan trigger, I make another treasure. Flip a Flooded Strand. That goes to exile, can never use it. I'll cast this Utopia Sprawl on my Taiga, and I wanna say blue on it, and then I wanna pass the turn here. It honestly just felt like they gotta have some interaction here versus this. Rhetoric attacks me with his guy, and I take 3 damage. Then he casts a Talisman of Curiosity, but in the end step, He cast Call of Calling X equals 2. Dockside, Gildrake here. A Gildrake on Najeela would be really good, I think. Kinnan. Ah, yeah, I could not have gone for it because, well, maybe I could have gone a bit because of Snap and Swirling Mist anyway, but I could have used the Call of Calling to get Gildrake and take my Najeela from me, so I couldn't win with my Derevi and Najeela combo. What? Oh, he reveals the Tidespout Tyrant. Wait, does he win here? No, because that's a Mox Diamond and not a Mox Amber. But he's close to winning here. I'm gonna snap your Dargo, as he is attacking me with Dargo. However, he deflecting swats it and targets my Najeela. No response, it happens, she goes to my hand. But I still get to untap those 2 lands. I take 7 damage, he still has a lot of mana untapped. Tap and draw a card. I'm gonna play this Jeweled Lotus. Oh wait, I'm sacrificing my Avacyn's Pilgrim, but taps for 1 white mana. Casting Neoform. X is, or the CMC search is 2. Neoform resolves. I will find a Gilded Drake. In Gilded Drake ETB, I would like to target Thrasios. But in response, he's activating Thrasios, obviously. Sending that to the bottom. Revealing a Endurance. Don't affect me at all, so you can have that. He activates Thrasios again! And a Fierce Guardianship. I gain Thrasios, he takes the Gilded Drake. I'm gonna use the remaining white mana and this carpet to cast Najeela, Blade Blossom here. Combat, a Rhetoric, I'm attacking you with my Ragavan again. Making a treasure. Time Twister. Wait, you just drew a bunch of cards with your commander and there's your combo piece in your hand. But there's a Deafening Silence. No! It would have been the best Time Twister ever. That's so sad. Deafening Silence. I will pass here. Go for it. Oh, that was sad. Okay, it was actually really awesome. But turn goes to Rhetoric. With his Deafening Silence. Cast a Gremlin Monolith. And then he casts his commander Kodama. Big 6/6 creature. However, this time I'm gaining the spirit from the Forbidden Orchard. I'm gonna use this squirrel for the spirit. So turn is passed. Freedom Waffle, the Thrasios Dargo, or actually I should say Dargo Gilded Drake, player untaps. We're still in a very bad position, like he could easily win with some sad tricks. No, combat, he swings the Gilded Drake, my Drake and Dargo at me. Before blockers, I'm gonna cast March of Swirling Mist. Targeting Kinnan, Dargo and Dargo, that's it. I don't care about the Gilded Drake. However, Fierce Guardianship that we saw earlier. So one of the big reasons why I actually took Thrasios was because I had a Swirling Mist and plan to survive a turn with it, but then you flipped into Fierce Guardianship and yeah, that was annoying. So sadly, we're gonna have to take some punches. So I will block with the Spirit and survive precisely when I'm currently taking 20 commander damage, correct? And I'm down to 8. Healthy 8. Lucky number 8. Second main phase. 5, lots of mana taps. Imperial Recruiter. Searching out a power 2 creature and putting it into his hand. What is he gonna find with this? So, no idea. Now, normally you get Dockside, but Dockside is in his graveyard. There we go. Eternal Witness. He casts his Eternal Witness, retakes Dockside, casts Dockside. So this ended up being 3 8 mana Dockside, if I'm calculating all the creatures you casted here correctly. On the Dockside ETB, I'm gonna sack all my treasures, so you get 2 treasures from me. And then you get 1, 2, 3 from a Rhetoric, a total of 5 treasures. So pay 8, gain 5. So he's currently 6 treasures and a land untapped. Oh, there's a Kinnan in play. Wait, that's actually Ritual. So pay 8, gain 10 and cast Tidespout. And we're so dead. However, because of Deafening Silence, he can't loop this trick. But he can do 1 non-creature spell so far. Endure, wait. No, it works because he can just sit and cast creatures all over. So he's gonna cast a creature, bounce, Dockside, cast, Dockside, bounce. So what Tidespout Tyrant does is that when you cast a spell, you may return target permanent back to owner's hand. And with Dockside, he is, and another creature, he's able to make infinite mana here, or well, infinite treasures. And here he can activate Kinnan infinitely, or a bunch of times, effectively putting all his creatures into play. Here's a Bergi, Ragavan, Selvala, Displacer Kitten, Phantasmal Image, copying Displacer Kitten, Bird of Paradise, Seedborn, Spellseeker, and with Spellseeker he can find a Flusterstorm apparently. Yeah, that's probably good. And then he cast Dockside and bounce Deafening Silence. He cast a Phyrexian Altar. So this is an artifact that can sacrifice a creature to generate 1 mana of any color to his mana pool. So if you sacrifice a bunch of creatures for some cool colors, he recasts Dargo, he has infinite mana, and here he has a loop because what he can do is sacrifice his commander, send it to command zone, recast commander, getting triggers from the Tide Spout each time to basically bounce the entire board state, bounce Thrasios back to his hand. His finisher is looping Eternal Witness by bouncing it with the same trick that he showcased with Dargo, and then kill us with lightning bolts, as Eternal Witness is just regaining a lightning bolt from the graveyard every single time. But game goes to Thrasios and Dargo. GG's. Didn't get to win this one, but can't win everyone. Always cool to see someone win with infinitely cast lightning bolts. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next gameplay.